Hi folks, Cruz here with B Mills Farm. I'm inside now where I can actually think clearly without the pigs squealing in the background just being really distracting. I didn't realize how difficult it would be to try to think while they're squealing in the background. It's a lot more difficult than I thought. Anyways, I realize I say so a lot, so I'll try not to do that as I just did, and I'll try not to put my finger in the camera as much as I do. But I'm trying to make this YouTube channel, I'm trying to do it as consistently as possible. I don't really know a lot about editing or algorithms, like when you should upload or how often you should upload, but I'm just gonna upload as much as I can. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to do once a day. It's probably, I don't know, once I get into editing, it'll probably be a little ambitious because I work full time, but definitely on the weekends I'll be uploading videos for sure. So there's that word again. The whole idea for this farm is I like the idea of slowing down. Forever everyone's chasing money and trying to have the next biggest thing and the newest car and all this stuff that it just ties you down. Like everything that you want that costs a lot of money, I feel like is like putting a weight on your shoulders. You know, you got a house, there's a weight on your shoulders. New vehicles, more weight. A motorcycle, more weight. We just keep adding and adding and adding so that we're married to an income to pay for all this stuff. For what? So I'm kind of interested in slowing down, doing my part. I want to raise as much of my own food as possible. My wife is getting more and more interested in it. I'm sure at some point she'll be on the channel. We'll see. But we basically want a homestead, but unfortunately it costs so much to do all this stuff to get started, because once again I'm the first generation farmer, so I have very little infrastructure. You know, fencing, I need to fence all of my property, and we have 13 acres, which is pretty decent, but it's not enough to make a living off of, you know. So we're kind of doing the homestead thing as well as it's a business so that we can fund the farm with farm sales. We'll grow at the speed of cash. Not gonna have fancy tractors and, you know, all this stuff. We're basically just gonna have animals and I'm the tractor. Eventually at some point I want a tractor to maintain my fields up top, pastures. They're just handy to have, and like if I could find one with a front loader, it'd be good for cleaning out hog pens and bedding pack from winter and all that stuff. So, but all that's down the road. So we want to do like maple syrup. My wife's been making butter and all this stuff because, you know, she's getting more and more interested in trying to be self-sufficient, as well as avoiding all the garbage that's in our food these days. I'm really proud of so far I've only had one animal butchered, and that was a pig, and I'm super proud of it because, you know, it had no noticeable parasite load. We got back all the organs and stuff, and everyone that's bought it has said it's the best pork they've ever had. Well, most people. Some people just said it was really good, but yeah, so a lot of good feedback. We're just trying to make a more resilient, self-sufficient system here, and I'm gonna take you guys along for the ride. If you want to come, like, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just a click of a button. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, but like I said, we'll be getting more pigs here soon. Springtime, hopefully cows. I'm still undecided what breed I want. I'm really thinking Dexter. The problem I have is I want to feed and finish cattle on grass, but I'm a sucker for grain-fed beef. I eat mostly meat. I'm kind of, a carnivore-ish diet. Not a diet, it's just how I eat. So I like the fat of grain-fed, but I don't want to feed grain on my operation for cost reasons and health reasons. From what I'm gathering, you kind of start to fall into the health problems with grain because, ruminants don't naturally eat a ton of grain. So that's when they start getting sick. A lot of them are confined, which I'm on 13 acres, so there's gonna be Passover. I can't let a paddock rest for 60 days or whatever it's recommended just because I don't have enough space, unless I only have a couple cows, which I'll start with. But yeah, I'd like to grow into being able to sell beef as well as have my own, just because cows are what I'm most interested in. But they require the most infrastructure and all the expense that goes with that. So that's why I don't have them yet. But like I said, we're just taking it slow. Speed of cash. So there's that word again. I'm gonna try not to use it. If you like what I'm doing, I know it's not exciting yet. I know I am not editing anything yet. But I definitely will once I learn how to. But just stay tuned, subscribe if you would, and I'll catch you on the next one.